welcome back to Vital Refinement. Today I'm just hopping on to share another strategy that I like to use that I started doing when I turned 30, which was in 2021. I feel like these last 4 years have been such a blur, but anyways. So I just want to hop on here and share one of my strategies to keep me focused, to keep me encouraged. And hopefully you can find a strategy helpful as well. Maybe you want to try it out this year since, this is a new year. We're trying different resolutions, trying different things to better our lives. So I want to share mine with you all. So when I turned 30, it was the first year I decided to like really pick a mascot for myself for the year. Previously, like I mentioned in my last video, I always chose a word of the year that I would lean into. And when I turned 30, I chose like a figure. It was nothing like an idol or anything like that. Like I didn't praise it. I didn't lean into it in a sense of like worship or, you know, you know, trying to get power from it or anything like that. It was just a symbol that helps me represent like the season I was in. So I feel like I've been going through a lot of transition since I moved here, which has been about 7 years ago now, almost 8 years ago, which is mind blowing that it feels like I've been in transition for so long. But there's just constantly things happening in my life since like 2016 where it was like transitioning. Some positive transitions, some weren't the most positive experience of transition. Like I mentioned before, like a lot of grief, a lot of disappointment, a lot of, you know, uncomfortable transition, right? But in every transition comes with growth. So I'm grateful for it. And it's a part of my story, is a part of what shaped me. So I'm gonna embrace it, right? But I want to share with you all the mascot that I used when I was 30. I'm probably most likely going to continue using it because I still have so many things that I haven't used pertaining to this mascot, and that is a butterfly. Like many of us, I loved butterflies growing up. I think I was like between ages like 9 and 11, I was obsessed with butterflies and horses. So I had butterflies, like journals and book bags and all that stuff and stickers and hair accessories and all those things. And then I had horses all over my room and things like that, right? So that was like my butterfly horse era. But I know recently, like the 2000 early 2000s aesthetic came back, and like we got our butterfly clips back, which I was excited about. If you follow me on social media, well, other forms of social media, you'll see that I rock the butterfly clips, okay? And so that was something I embraced throughout my year of 2022, my year of 30, and I enjoyed it. It made me tap back into like my younger childhood self, and it also gave me a lot of feminine empowerment. I felt like it made me feel a little bit more feminine and, a little bit more fun and not take things so too serious when I was like getting dressed, especially because I applied it a lot to like my accessories, especially in my hair. And like I said, it represented transformation for me. So I went through a lot of transitions, but during last year, it was a really huge transition I went through. And it just represented transformational change, transformational love, transformational encouragement, all those things. So the butterfly represented like all this cocooning and, you know, work and stuff that I was putting in and making it into something beautiful. So I just like the representation of all the things that transitions when a butterfly comes like from a caterpillar to a butterfly, which I'm sure many of us can relate to because I've seen many of us rocking butterflies last year as well. But this here is a planner. I actually just bought it a few weeks ago. I know that it's a new year, but I went through a tap therapy session and I realized even though I love journals and I love planners, I have the tendency to plan too far ahead. So what I learned in that session, that I need to plan daily and weekly instead of monthly. And so I came across this planner because it was just sticking out in on the aisle in grocery outlet of all the places, and it just stood out to me. I was like, okay, got gold rings, love it. It has like a very nude, natural colors and aesthetic to it. And then I saw the butterflies. I was like, oh, perfect. So it says the best is yet to come. It has like a gold writing, which is really beautiful. And it was only $3. Very simple, right? Very affordable. The inside of it is like this pretty pink color. But what I like about it is that it's very simple. It doesn't really allow you to plan too much. It says Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and then the weekend. So this has been helpful for me to just do like quick to-do list and not overwhelm myself, right? So that's one thing that I have that I will be continuing to use throughout this year, even though it's no longer my mascot, which I'm going to share my mascot later on in this video. But I just want to share with you how much I went in, okay? So I have these have butterflies and flowers on it. I love floral. Floral is my jam, okay? That's these stickers are that I use for like my journaling and my planning, my planners. As you see, I still have so many that I have not used that I will be putting into use this year, okay? I got things like these little bags. I had like a crossbody bag with butterflies on it, really cute. I use these bags to hold like my clips for my hair. This one has like receipts in it that I need to go through for my business and some other things. But I had butterfly everything, right? And people even bought me butterfly items. So I got this planner from one of my friends. Really cute, really, really seamless. And then also for my 30th birthday, at my party, I had all my friends write me a encouraging letter or note on these butterfly cards I got from the Dollar Tree. And whenever I was feeling down or like, you know, just needed a little bit words of encouragement, I opened one and I read it. And that was really helpful for me. Last year, when I was going through different things, I had about 8 friends at my party, so about eight different words of encouragement, quotes, letters from them telling me how much they love me and, you know, uplifted me in different ways, right? And I thought that was really helpful. I had them on like this little board in my living room, and I just would take one off the board and read it whenever I felt a little discouraged in any moment. So that was really cool. And then the last thing I want to share with you about my butterflies is I bought these 2 birthday cards for myself for my 30th birthday. They're butterflies, of course. One says, for a friend who brings such beauty into the world. A lot of times we have so much negative thoughts about ourselves that we forget that we're our own best friend, and that, you know, the way that we speak to ourselves, we wouldn't speak to a friend or a loved one, right? So I like this one because it reminds me that I am my friend. I know we like to say, oh, we're our own worst enemy, but I feel like that's very negative and encourages that behavior. So I like to call myself my friend now. And then this one just says best wishes to you. And then it has the cute little, you know, for birthday wishes. And then inside of each one, it's so beautiful. I love the card overall. It has butterflies all throughout. And then inside each one, I wrote myself a letter. So this was the first one I wrote a few days before my 30th birthday. On the inside is blank, but as you say, I wrote a lot. And I just wrote a letter to myself, like reminding myself of my goals, reminding myself of, you know, what I contribute to the world, encouraging myself to continue going, being persistent, persevere, and, you know, be the light that I know God wants me to be in this world. And so it talks a little bit about that. And so it's just an encouraging letter to myself. And then this one is the one I did most recently, right before the new year, so a few weeks ago. And this one was just a letter to myself reminding me. It's not actually a letter. It's kind of like I wrote a birthday card to myself, or like a card from someone else to myself. So it says, may your desires be of God's within God's will for your life. May you no longer chase after people, but after God and his purpose and plan for you. May you learn how to honor, respect, and love your entire self through self-discipline, commitment, and love. And then it goes on from there. And then I put a few Bible scriptures in here that I want to lean into this year, a few quotes, and a few hashtags. I love a hashtag. Yes, I am a millennial. Get over it. But yeah, so this is the card I wrote to myself recently, just to encourage me on this next year, closing out the butterfly era. So that was nice. Surprisingly, I don't have any butterfly merchandise in my business or in my store, which I thought about right before I shot this video. I was like, I didn't make any butterfly stickers or journals or anything, but it is in process. I thought about it, and I am writing a journal right now. Hopefully I will launch it this year, if not the top of next year. And I did create a cover for it, and it does have a butterfly on it, so we'll see if that changes, but right now it has a butterfly. So now I want to get into what my mascot is for this year. So for this year, my mascot is wildflowers. And so it's not one particular wildflower. It's just the whole, what do you call it? Not genre, but like species of wildflowers. And so how I came across that is last year and a year before that. So I work with families, and I teach a class for families to help them learn like life skills and parenting skills and ways to connect and things like that. And in one of my sessions, a parent was sharing about, all the things she's working on and all this she wants to become. And at the end of what she was saying, she was like, yet. And so that was like our phrase for that whole 16 weeks, was like remind ourselves that God's not through with us and we're not there yet. Like it is going to come to flourishing, and it is going to happen for us. We are going to become those people that, we envision for ourselves, those healthy, safe, positive, 100% fully authentic selves that we see for ourselves. And so that's something that stuck with me. But another thing that stuck with me, I went to a conference for the same work that I do, and a speaker was talking about how through the hard times, choose to lean in, choose to still focus on prioritizing that peace, right? Like I spoke about in the last video, or choose to still be hopeful, choose to still commit to whatever, you want for yourself. And so part of that was grow anyways. Okay, you face a barrier, grow anyway. Things that work out in your favor, grow anyways. So I want to take that into 2023, because I know there's a lot of things I want for myself, but may not happen this year, or it may look different than what I expected to look like. Like I still may receive the blessing, I may receive the what I'm asking for, but as we know, God works in mysterious ways, and we can't predict or assume or put what that blessing or expectation or whatever in a box of what we think it may look like or feel like when we're experiencing it. So I just want to encourage myself to grow anyways. Whatever comes our way, grow through it, grow anyways, to still take on that growth opportunity and take advantage of it, right? So I feel like wildflowers do that. They grow in the most like wild areas, right? Like they can grow in like concrete areas, deserted areas, destitute areas. And they grow wild. They like overgrow some of the areas that they grow in. So that's some of the reasons why I chose the wildflower as my mascot this year, because I want to grow anyways, no matter what kind of soil I'm placed into. going back to my last video, I want to grow anyways, whatever that looks like. I want to still grow in any situation, whether it's a positive or well, if I feel like it's a positive or negative situation, I still want to grow from it. So I do have these cards similar to these cards that I have. I didn't give my friends these for my birthday. I literally just got these cards maybe a week ago. My birthday was in December. And it's from one of my favorite companies I discovered a few years ago. It's called Cute Root. And basically, I don't know if you guys can see that, but basically these are instructions, and you can write in the card, of course, happy birthday, bless you, love you, whatever. And then you can rip the front page off and you put water on it, and flowers grow from this. And then once they start spudding, you take the spuds off. I don't know if that's the right term. I'm saying spudding, but you take the spuds off and then you plant them in soil, in real soil. So this goes hand in hand with what I talked about in my last video about my word for the year being so. This one's Garden of Wildflowers. So they show you which wildflower each card is. And these are the 4 different ones. So we have this wildflower, which is really pretty. It's like a rose type of look. And then this one, which is one of my favorites. I think it's lilac or lavender or something. I don't know. Maybe I should do my research on flowers. And then this simple one. And then there's this one. And this one came with 4 in a pack, but I think they gave me double. I'm not going to say anything. I appreciate it. So I had 2 of each. I already used 2 of them I have 2 friends whose birthdays are in January. So I used them. I probably will use this one too because I have another friend's birthday in January. And in one of them I wrote like, I want to share this with you, my mascot. And I told them like, why is my mascot? And hopefully they can use it as I'm creating this video for you all. And then the other ones I'm going to use similar to how I use this one. I'm going to write some letters to myself for the year to keep me encouraged and to look back on. And so that's my mascot for this year. It's a wildflower. I hope that this encourages you to find something in nature, created by God, that you can find some encouragement, some inspiration from, as I have, between the butterfly and the wildflowers. And it's also really fun. Like I said, last year it brought out like such a fun side of me and such a feminine side of me to like embrace butterflies and like, be encouraged by their transitions that they do. And so I hope that this year this is fun as well. Like I said, I already am obsessed with florals, so this was pretty easy for me, but just a symbolization of them growing literally anywhere, like growing anyways, no matter what conditions they're in, really encourages me. And I hope it helps me stay encouraged throughout this year. And I hope that you can be encouraged as well. Well, anyways, but this has been Vital Wear 5-Bit. I hope it's helpful for you. I hope this is a strategy that you can take on yourself, tweak it the way you need to, and it could be a positive impact for yourself and your goals. And that's the end of my video. I hope that you tune in for my next video. Take care. Please stay safe throughout this storm. And always just love yourself, embrace yourself, and lean into things that will help you have a healthier life and experience. Take care and God bless.